What's up, guys? How we doing? Back today, another video. Got Tyson back with me again. He was gone for a couple of weeks, but now he's back, and we are going to talk a little bit. We're going to do kind of our own little mock draft, if you will. We're going to just talk about our little things. We're not going to go through every single team, but we're going to do some things. We're going to discuss some things, and that's it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So pick number one.
It's all we
obviously know who's going number one. They made that pretty clear. They're picking Cam Ward. Tennessee's going to, unless they shock the world and go with Sanders, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure they're going with. They need a quarterback. It's obvious they're picking a quarterback. There's no question about that. They're picking a quarterback, but and all the talk is Cam Ward's going to the Titans. So Cam Ward's going to the Titans. Write that one down, chalk that one down, and see the Browns.
I've been thinking maybe either Travis Hunter or Travis Hunter.
Thing with Travis Hunter, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the story about Travis Hunter, if he's not allowed to go both ways, he's going to retire from football. That's kind of, in my opinion, that's a dumb thing to say.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt your draft stock because it just is what nobody's going to want. Somebody has that kind of demands, and it's tough in the NFL to do that.
And the Browns are like, oh,
the Browns guy thinks it might be a good idea. Hey, yeah, that's a good idea. So the Browns could pick Travis Hunter. I could see that, or they could pick, say, Sanders, because they could use a quarterback too. I mean, they're not hurting for they're always hurting for quarterbacks.
They have Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco,
They still got Watson, but how long does he play? How many?
They have Joe Flacco.
How many times has he played a full season? Joe Flacco, he's a good backup now. He's not really a starter. Kenny Pickett's not really a starter. Kenny Pickett could. I mean, they've got quarterbacks if they don't want to pull the trigger on a quarterback this year. But they could go Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
They could go Hunter. I think Hunter makes a little more sense for them, I think. But
yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to see on that one. That one's kind of tricky. The Browns, who can ever predict the Browns?
No one can.
But with Hunter, it's going to be hard to do that. I mean, he may think he can do it, and he probably can in college, but NFL's, when you're talking about, like, you have to go up against a team's best receiver and try and shut him down, and then try and burn past their best defensive back one after another, it's going to make for a long game for you. I mean, end of story. What about number 3, the G-Man?
I was thinking I have like 3. So either Jackson or a dude called a wide receiver.
They had a lot. They spent a lot of time with Jackson Dart over the last little bit. They had him over to New York, and they had him over they did a lot there with him. So I could see that. And then the owners and coaches and scouts just went up to Colorado to visit Shedeur Sanders and for one last little meeting with him. So
I haven't heard of anything.
I don't see them going with Sanders, but possible. There has been a lot of talk they might go with Hunter. Kind of hope not, but Jackson Dart, I'd be on board with Jackson Dart, but I think they should go with Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
they've got
just imagine him with Dexter Lawrence, Deontay Bates.
You put Thibodeau on one side, Carter on the other, and then Lawrence, Sexy Dexy going up the middle.
And I forgot Brian Burns is.
And then you got Brian Burns kind of going up the middle. They've been working on their defense. I hope, but I'm kind of optimistic about them this year, as long as they don't ruin the draft again like they always do. But I've always been saying they should pick up another receiver, and then you'll pair him with Neighbors. You got Neighbors and the best receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
And then you've got Robinson in the slot, and then you've got 2 decent young tight ends. You got a heck of a decent young running back.
Yeah.
You throw then next year or even late in the draft, if we can squeeze a Dart in the second round or trade back to get Dart a little later in the draft, that could be deadly. That could be a pretty deadly offense right there. But we got to work on our line because any quarterback you put there is going to suck it with our line if you don't do anything about our offensive line.
Yeah.
All right. I could go on this for days, so we better move on. Number 4. What do you think the Patriots are going to do?
I think they might go for like a defensive line because I heard a lot of talk. Maybe they are going defense, maybe even wide receiver.
Well, they obviously don't need a quarterback.
Maybe even wide receiver.
Didn't they get Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
So they got Diggs. He's getting old, not as good as he used to be, but he's still good. And then don't they still have another decent young receiver to pair him? But they've got Ramondre Stevenson. He's pretty good.
I heard that he was.
So I could see them if Carter's available. I could see them going with Abdul Carter.
Oh, Travis Hunter.
Or Travis Hunter. Yeah, maybe. Travis. I'm losing faith in Hunter because of what he said. He might still. I mean, I thought that about Caleb Williams last year because he wants part ownership and he's the best and we're going to win a Super Bowl and he still went number 1. So I have, my doubts don't really matter, but they could go Carter.
Mason,
or not Carter, Hunter.
I can see them probably going with Mason Graham. He's a defensive line. He didn't do so great for his college years, but he done okay. Like, on the sacks wasn't that good. Last year he was 4. 2023 he was 3, and 2022 he was 3 for Mason Graham from Michigan. But yeah, I think I can see him going to New England.
Yeah, I mean, they're tough. I could see, though, if Abdul Carter doesn't make it through the first 3 picks, I could definitely see them picking.
This is him.
Mason Graham.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just doing
I will keep talking.
Well, what was next after the
Jacksonville Jaguars? I don't know. They were tough. They are tough.
The Jaguars.
Well, I have heard that they might go like offensive tackle. Because of that, everyone knows who's the top. Either Kevin Banks Jr. for offensive tackle or Will Campbell. Me personally, I think they should go with Calvin Banks Jr. Because they need to build that old line so bad. They need to.
So I've got a CBS Sports mock draft here. We can kind of compare against them, but it's probably an old one. But they have Mason Graham going, so defensive line. You said offensive line?
This is offense, Kevin Banks Jr. He's from Texas. Him, because Jaguars need offensive tackle. They also need a cornerback, a DL, a wide receiver, safety, and another offensive tackle.
Yeah, CBS Sports has them going with Mason Graham.
Oh,
that's who CBS Sports has in their mock draft. Yeah.
What about
They had New England going with Carter. They had Giants going with Hunter. This is probably an older article,
let's just keep going with ours.
Okay.
So I think they should go with Calvin Banks Jr.
You're thinking the Jags should go Calvin Banks?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Raiders?
Ooh.
Raiders!
If Shedeur Sanders is still there, I would say Shedeur Sanders.
Thinking Sanders.
Yeah, Shedeur.
If the Browns or Giants haven't picked him.
Yeah. If they do pick him.
Because it's clear that the Patriots and Jaguars aren't picking a quarterback.
If they do, I want either Quinn Ewers or Jackson Dart to go to Las Vegas.
But
I mostly can see Quinn Ewers because he looks like Raiders. But I can see him going to
Yeah,
the
if
Raiders.
Sanders drops that far, I could see them getting him. But yeah, I think if the Browns don't pick him, then he could slip to the Raiders.
Yeah.
But that kind of still depends on how much faith they have in Geno Smith, because him and Pete Carroll are like buddies. So I. But CBS Sports has them picking up Ashton Gentry.
Ashton Gentry.
Gentry.
And then they have in the
running back.
third round for pick 68 is Trey Harris. Pick 108, it was actually Cornelius. For pick 108.
So if they're looking at him, they could wait till second or third round to get him. They don't have to reach for him on number 5 pick.
This is the Raiders.
6 pick.
Yeah.
That's still the Raiders.
No, out that I'm on.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying they don't. If they're looking at Ewers, they don't have to. They could wait on him. They could pick him up in the second, third, possibly even 4th round.
The Jets.
The Jets.
Me personally, I think they should go and get they need a QB just in case Justin Fields leave, and have him and have the rookie watch behind Jackson Dart. No, watch behind Justin Fields. I think they should go and get Jackson Dart. What do you think about that?
I don't know if they're looking for quarterback necessarily. I mean, possibly, but Jets, I think they need a lot of stuff.
They need a wide receiver, tight end, a cornerback, and an OT.
I'm trying to see another something that I can compare it to. Let's see, go back to here again. Oh, that's not it. They need a lot of stuff. I can't remember what I just saw. I clicked off my page, but they could. The thing I think they need probably the least would be running back, receiver, quarterback, in my opinion, because they've got some decent young talent there. Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall, and
Justin Fields,
Braylon. What's his name?
Braylon Allen, and Justin Fields.
And Justin Fields, he's good. He may
I was
not,
like, maybe out of Jalen Warriors from Utah State, maybe, or even, this is my opinion, get a tight end like cannot remember. I know the dude from Penn State, Tyler Warren. What about to get Tyler Warren? He's the best tight end, and the Jets need a tight end. Get Tyler Warren.
Let's see. Here's an NFL mock draft.
This is Tyler Warren, by the way. This dude.
NFL.com's.
That's Tyler Warren.
That's Tyler Warren. This is NFL.com's. Has, yeah, see, this is almost identical to what we've been saying. Almost. See, they've got Cam Ward going 1. They've got Travis Hunter going 2. Abdul Carter going 3. And then they've got Ashton Gentry going 4th to the Patriots. And then they've got Mason Graham. Then they've got Shador going to the Raiders. The Jets, they've got Ahmed Mimbu.
That's
an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Offensive line. They could possibly use something like that. I mean, we could use an offensive tackle. I think, I don't know. I mean, Abdul Carter is definitely a good pick.
Yeah. Let's go to the Jets.
All right. To the Jets?
Yeah, because we're on the Jets.
We're on the Jets.
Yeah. Who
do we think? It's saying Ahmad Mimbu.
I'm saying it should be Tyler Warren. They need a tight end because they lost Tyler Conklin. Get another Tyler Warren. He's the best prospect in the draft. The best tight end coming out of the draft. And they need a tight end.
That could help round off their offensive skill position, definitely. I mean, they don't have. Well, I guess they've got a couple decent receivers.
Yeah.
And then they've got, but they're, yeah. I mean, NFL.com has Tyler Warren going 13 to the Colts, but we're not there yet.
The Colts?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Ahmad Membu, offensive tackle. Because we could use an offensive tackle. I'm almost thinking we should pick that guy, but we need all the offensive line help we can get.
Carolina. Ooh. They need a lot of stuff to build their team.
They need a lot of stuff.
Who do they have as running back? Like Chuba Hubbard?
No, they got
That one
the
kid.
guy from the Raiders. Did they get a... No, that was Miami. Didn't they get...
I don't know.
They got Rico Dowdle, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they did.
And then they've still got Miles Sanders, don't they?
No, they the Cowboys switch. The Cowboys are.
The Cowboys got Sanders, and they've got.
So I think they should be good.
That was a pretty dumb move.
Yeah, I think that they should be good on running backs.
But who else did they? I thought they had another running back, not just Miles.
I don't think they should. I think they should get a wide receiver, even though they did try getting a wide receiver last year.
NFL.com's got him going with an edge, Jalen Walker. They could use that.
I was thinking maybe go with Trey Harris from.
They're kind of like
Ole Miss.
They're kind of like the Browns. They could use everything
From Ole Miss.
It won't hurt them to draft anybody.
I was thinking maybe wide receiver Trey Harris from Ole Miss. They need a wide receiver, but every time when they draft a wide receiver, they suck.
Well, they haven't really had any really good receivers since. Well, DJ Moore was good, but
they could have just kept.
But really, since Steve Smith, they haven't really had a really good receiver.
Well, since
that
DJ
was a long
Moore.
time ago. DJ Moore was good. He wasn't Steve Smith good though.
Nobody is DJ Moore good.
What about the Saints?
On this mock draft that I'm looking at, it says that they should go with Shedeur Sanders.
Mine has Jackson Dart, so obviously a lot of people think quarterback.
Honestly, in my head, I was about to say Jackson Dart.
So it appears as a lot of the experts think they need a quarterback as well. I was kind of thinking that too. Not that Derek Carr is bad. He's just hurt a lot. And
I think
Spencer Rattler's not that great.
I think they need to add either a tight end or a wide receiver.
Well, they've got Olave, but he's like their only receiver.
Exactly. Just add.
They could probably
a Matthew Golden.
They could probably use another running back too, because Alvin Kamara's getting old. He's still good, but he's getting old. So they can use a lot of stuff, but it looks like they might be considering a.
I have to say that McMillan or Golden they are the two number 2 and 3 wide receivers coming out of the draft.
But I mean, it's hard to say. But I mean, we're just picking.
Yeah, I'm saying Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas.
You're saying Golden.
Yeah.
But is he the number 1 receiver?
Number 3. Number 1 is Travis Hunter. Number 2 is McMillan from Arizona.
But Travis Hunter is a cornerback.
On here it says.
Well, I know he's both. Receiver. He wants to do both, but in most of the ones I look at, it says he's cornerback.
Yeah. Well, Matthew Golden is number 2 wide receiver. I think they should get him. What do you think? Like the position, and I search it up.
The Saints. It's hard to say what the Saints will do. Quarterback. Like I said, they could use a running back, I think.
If they do, I feel like they could get like a Amarian Hampton or even Caleb Johnson.
I mean, I don't know who's their backup running back when Kamara's not in.
It's the backup when.
Oh, it was Jamal Anderson, huh? Or not Jamal Anderson.
Jamal Williams.
He's decent. He's not starter material if if Kamara happens to go out for a long time. He could start a few games, but he's not like long-term starter. And Kamara's getting old, so maybe. I mean, a running back.
So like either
Like-
Caleb Johnson.
But I would probably I would be led to believe that they might go quarterback,
I can see Jackson Dart.
if for no other reason, just to insurance policy and or have him sit the bench for a little bit and learn the system while Derek Carr is still around. Let Derek Carr play another year or two there, and then bring him in.
Yeah. Okay.
The Bears.
Okay. What do you think? What position they need?
Well, NFL.com's got him going offensive tackle.
Yeah. On my list, I have them going tight end, running back, OT, edge.
I don't think they need tight end. They're good on pretty much all the skill positions.
Tight end? Who did
Cole
they
Kmet.
go? Oh yeah, Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet's pretty good.
He was okay.
He was okay. He was good, and then he was really bad. And then he was good, and then he was really he wasn't like consistently right there. He was way up here a game, and then he was down here for 2 games, and up here but he wasn't like consistently like right where you want it to be.
Yeah,
but he's good. But they've got DeAndre Swift. They've got 2 good receivers. They've got a good.
They have a good offensive tackle.
They
have a good offensive line.
And their defense is why they did as good as they did, at least early in the year, why they were winning the games they were winning, because Caleb Williams was sucking. Their offense was horrible, but they were still winning games. But after a while, he started coming to. But I think their defense is pretty solid. I think they would. I think they would do good with some offensive line. I'm with. I don't know
the offensive tackle.
I don't know the player, but I'm with NFL.com, at least on the position, offensive tackle. They've got Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. On mine is they have. Don't know how to say his name, but he's from Minnesota.
And he's an offensive tackle.
Yeah. I can. I didn't say. Did we pick Will Campbell?
I don't know if we picked.
I don't really want to copy them.
It doesn't matter if we copy them or not. But I don't know what players. We haven't been writing down.
He's from LSU.
We haven't really been picking what players have been going, so I don't know what players we've picked or not.
He's from LSU, and LSU's been doing pretty good, so I can see them.
We're just talking about stuff, so.
I can see him going, though, because he's from LSU. LSU is pretty good. They have always been good. So, yeah, I can see him going.
But yeah, I don't know what players we've picked. We've just been mostly positions. I say offensive tackle.
Okay, San Francisco.
They could use a lot.
Yeah, on here it says cornerback, D-line, edge, linebacker, safety, and inside, outside. I don't know. IOL.
I'm just thinking, what is?
I think it's inside offensive line, maybe.
Inside offensive line.
Maybe.
That's about the only thing I can think of.
Me too.
Or inside outside linebacker, but that would probably be a B behind it. They could use quite a bit lately. They've been kind of like dropping.
I can see them probably actually going for a cornerback.
A cornerback? Is that what your mock draft has?
Yeah.
Because that's what mine has.
Cornerback Will Johnson, D-line, edge rusher, linebacker, and safety.
That's who NFL has is going Will Johnson at cornerback. Kind of makes sense. I mean, they could use a lot, and I think that would, be a good start considering they've lost some players on defense, especially.
Yeah.
Their offense is still solid, I guess, if you want to call it that. But
Yeah.
they've still got. Well, they lost Debo Samuels, but they still got Brandon Ayuk and that other young kid. So I mean, they're decent. They've still got McCaffrey. He's injury prone, but he's still amazing. So it doesn't.
We haven't had any of these people have wide receivers yet. Okay. The Cowboys now.
Well, you had one potentially going receiver.
Yeah, that was
The Jets. Was it the Jets?
The Saints.
The Saints. But I think we finally agreed on quarterback.
Okay. The Cowboys. Someone have for their mock draft for 4 rounds apparently. I only see 3. Is a wide receiver, running back, and OT. For the wide receiver, McMillan. Running back is Henderson from Ohio State. OT is Wyatt. But I'm not going to pick any of them because for sure I know that they won't get McMillan. If they do go for a wide receiver, I can see them making a weird choice like Luther Burton III or Matthew Golden because it's the Cowboys.
They got NFL.com has Matthew Golden, that receiver.
I was close.
I was thinking receiver. You were close. You've done a lot more research than I have, but
Well, I know more.
But I just don't understand why they really think they need another receiver.
And for running back, most people want them to get Ashton Jenski.
I don't think he'll be available on pick 12.
Probably not. Okay.
But I mean, I don't see why they would go receiver. They're kind of doing what the Giants did forever. That we need other things, but let's just keep getting weapons for our quarterback. Maybe that'll help. But when it's other things you really need, but honestly, I don't care. I hope they suck. That's just me. But I digress on that one.
Who's pick 13 on your thing?
The Colts.
Mine is Dolphins. I think that's from NFL.
I got projected trade with Dolphins.
Oh.
So NFL.com projects the Colts trading for the Dolphins.
But it's actually the Dolphins pick.
But either.
So you can just read the Dolphins.
Are they? Did they just flip flop on here? Are they backwards?
Yeah. Like one pick. They just traded one pick. I don't know why someone did that, but yeah.
I don't know why they would do that unless they think that the Dolphins are going to go after their player. Because if they're just swapping one guy, that doesn't do any good unless that team is wanting the player you want.
Who do?
But
wait, let me see.
We're going to the Dolphins.
Let me see what they think. OT, safety, D-line, linebacker, cornerback for the Dolphins. I can kind of see that for the Dolphins. Offensive tackle, safety, D-line, linebacker, and cornerback.
NFL.com has cornerback.
Who?
They've got Jahade Barron.
Might have Zach Frazier. I don't know.
But could they be looking for a tight end?
How come?
Because the Colts traded, according to this, traded up to take Tyler Warren.
I don't know.
Traded up one pick to get Tyler Warren.
Okay. If I'm thinking,
this is just NFL.com.
If the Colts do take a tight end, I think they should go with Michigan, Colston Loveland, or even Holden Finnan Jr. I think
I don't even see any of those guys on my list.
Because those two are the first 2 and third. People could have them go second or third.
Could they have already picked?
Huh?
Could those guys have already picked? Is that what you're saying?
Or they could have been like second or third.
Oh, in the round?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if it's
I can see him being a
If you could,
coach.
but if they could wait till the second or third round, why would they reach for him on pick number 13?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, I mean, if they need him, pick him. But if it's somewhere where, yeah, they could go into the second or third round.
All that they have is Mo Alley Cox and Javon, and that's it.
But NFL.com says they're going cornerback, Jahadi Barron.
Okay. And then now
they could kind of use one because we stole their cornerback, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
So
I mean,
there you go.
Now time for Colts.
Now the Colts. I already spoiled what NFL.com thought that they were picking tight end. That they want the tight end. They're going. It sounds like they're willing. According to the NFL.com, they're willing to trade up to get their tight end.
I have to say, if they do get a tight end, I think they should go with Holland, whatever.
Is he better?
He's the second.
That's Harold Fannin Jr. Harold Fannin.
No, he's the third best tight end coming out of the draft.
Why would they go with him then?
Because we already said Tyler Warren.
Oh, did you put him? Where'd you put him?
I think the Jags. No,
the Jaguars.
No, I think the Jets. Yeah, the Jets.
I was gonna say you put them at the Jets.
Yeah,
the Jaguars could need a tight end as well.
Yeah,
because they lost Evan Ingram.
Then they should go with. Then if the Jets lost, they should go with Colston Loveland.
Carson Loveland.
Colston Loveland.
See, he follows the college players more than I do. I know the first.
I don't even know this person.
I know most of
Colston Loveland.
I know like the top guys. That's it. That's why it's like once we get halfway through the first round, I have no idea who the guys are. I kind of know what the teams need roughly, but
okay, let's go to. Oh wait, that was the Dolphins. Oh no, that was
we were just on the Colts. It says they're going tight end. I think they're willing to trade up for a tight end.
Okay, now time for the Falcons. They need a edge rusher, cornerback, and linebacker.
Jihad Campbell, linebacker.
Oh,
that's what .com has them
from Alabama,
from Bammers.
Nice. I can see them going with Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker. I saw him somewhere on here. I think he's down the list a little bit. He might be up a little bit.
I don't know. He's from Georgia.
What position is he playing?
Linebacker.
Yeah,
Georgia. From Georgia.
From Georgia?
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia, picking a Georgia guy? I can see it.
Yeah, if he's still there.
Yeah. But it does look like they're going linebacker. I mean, regardless, that's what my draft says. That's what you say. So.
Yeah, that's what my draft says. But for like the third round. All right. Arizona Cardinals.
Cards.
Mine have for them is linebacker, D-line, edge, or D-line.
Just doesn't have offensive line? Because that's what NFL.com says they're taking an offensive tackle.
It's whatever they want. We can pick whatever we want.
The Cardinals took Paris Johnson 6th overall in 23, started him at right tackle as a rookie, then moved him to the left side.
For his second year.
I don't know. It's Cardinals they could use a few things. Says me. I think
I have to say, if they do, they should go with an offensive tackle from
Arizona State.
No, from Ohio State, a former teammate of Paris Johnson Jr. They was the same position, probably on different sides, and they went to the same college.
That's not always a good thing to do, but sometimes that works. Having
Josh Simmons
them at the same college. They've got Kevin Banks Jr.
Oh, Kevin Baines. Oh.
They've got.
Well, I'm
they've
picking
got
Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons.
Listed.
Okay. Josh Simmons, it is. The Bengals.
I don't think they need anyone. But on here it says edge rusher, D line, inside offensive line, and running back. I can't see the running back honestly. Okay.
You know, they've got edge. They've got the edge. Michael Williams. That's who the Bengals. That's who the NFL.com says they're gonna pick.
I mean, I can see Cincinnati going with running back, but not like that. Not the best one, because
Well, they're obviously not getting Gentry because he'll be gone. Genty.
yeah,
He'll probably be gone by then.
Ashton Jensky, I think.
But
Oh, there's two Ohio State people.
I wonder how long ago this NFL.com mock draft was made up. I wonder how long ago they did this one. Because the next pick is kind of weird for Seattle.
And then we could go with James Pierce Jr. for
James Pierce. Is that his name?
I think.
Yeah, James Pierce.
Tennessee. Who does it say they are picking?
The Bengals say Michael Williams.
Michael Williams.
Yeah, edge out of Georgia.
Oh, it's just spelled different. Mikel.
Yeah, that's Michael. Michael.
Hmm.
Michael.
Okay, now what? Seattle.
NFL.com. Which I don't. This must be pretty old. I don't know how new this is, but they've got them going with McMillan, receiver. But I don't think they need a receiver. Yeah, they got rid of DK, but they picked up a Cooper Kupp.
Maybe when Cooper Kupp retires.
And they've still got
when Cooper Kupp retires.
Smith the Jigba.
Those two, one from Ohio State and one from Arizona State.
So I'm just,
Arizona.
I'm just saying maybe they are still looking for a receiver, but with the picking up of Cooper Kupp, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe not because they got rid
because Cooper Kupp's going to retire soon.
Well, when they first got rid of DK, I figured they'll go for the receiver. They're going to need a receiver now to replace him with, but then they got Cooper Kupp, so Cooper Kupp's not that old yet.
Well, they need a replacement for Tyler Lockett. Oh wait, they did. They got MVS. So
I mean, I'm just saying that's what they have, and it's like it just seems like maybe this is an older article from NFL.com before they went Cooper Kupp, or maybe they think they actually need a receiver.
Okay.
Does your thing say they need a receiver?
Yeah, for like the third round.
For the third, well, that's not their third round. That's just
for
the list of their.
For mine, it says the fifth round actually.
The fifth round,
92, the 92 pick.
It says on the 92 pick they pick up a.
Yeah.
Oh, yours has like all 7 rounds.
No, yeah.
Because see, well, here it even says trading DK Metcalf away opened a spot for a big receiver like McMillan, but it also says with MVS and Cooper Kupp joining first rounder. So they're saying just throwing another receiver into that mix and have 4 good receivers.
I want him to be out MVS, honestly.
I wouldn't mind Giants getting someone like McMillan. I've always been saying that. Get another receiver.
Okay, Tampa Bay. So
I've got Green Bay there.
Oh, whoops.
Well, no. It says NFL.com projected another trade with the Bucks.
Oh, mine have the actual Tampa Bay.
Yours may not project. Yours may not project trades, but mine project trades.
They have them going either an edge or a tight end, or let's say offensive line or cornerback. I'm just saying these from the rounds, so we could have a good idea what maybe they could draft them in the first round.
First round says Shermar Stewart.
What?
for the first round. He's an edge. Texas A&M.
Okay, mine said Mike Green.
But they both say edge.
Okay, I want to make my own prediction that what? This NFL prediction for the Denver Broncos is flipping weird. Might have them going North Carolina running back Amarian Hampton,
That's what mine has.
or wide receiver Jaden Higgins, or cornerback Jacob.
That's who the Cowboys have. They got Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, that's who the Cowboys got. They picked up Javonte Williams. I forgot that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me
forgot about that.
too.
Yeah, it's like, who do they have? Who do the Cowboys have? But they got Javonte, so they may not.
And Miles Sanders.
And Miles Sanders. So they're, I would say, good on running backs, but they got running backs.
So yeah, that would make sense.
So the Broncos, picking up a running back would make sense because they don't have Javonte Williams anymore.
Pittsburgh. I know they're
Hey,
what?
It's not Pittsburgh.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. It's Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers, not the Steelers.
Okay, on here it says Jackson Dart running back or D-line. But I think I know that they traded Najee Harris. Or didn't sign Najee Harris. I think they should go with the Iowa. Isn't it Iowa? Isn't this logo the Iowa logo? I think. Let me see. Wait.
Yeah, I think that's the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Iowa. Iowa, Caleb Johnson. I was having them going for Amarian Hampton, but Caleb Johnson can.
Oh, if
He got like 21 touchdown last year. His best touchdowns ever in college.
.com has them going for Derek Harmon.
Oh,
For a defensive tackle.
And
they're going to need a quarterback and they're going to need a running back. So
and a D-line. Mine also says D-line.
D-line, which is defensive tackle. But
okay, mine on my list is LA Chargers.
LA Chargers.
Okay, either wide receiver, edge, running back, or safety. I don't know why running back because they got Najee Harris, and I think don't they still have Gus Edwards or J.K. Dobbins?
I think they still got Gus Bus. I think they got rid of Dobbins.
Yeah.
Can't remember where he went, or is he still just available?
I don't know. I think he's still available.
I don't know.
Okay, what does it say on your list?
But they say they're going with a tight end, Colston Loveland.
Oh, a tight end. They got Tyler Coughlin. Okay.
That's just what it says. And then now I've got the Bucks on mine, but now we go to the Packers instead.
I don't know. We're trying to figure out who we think it would who ours, but we honestly, I don't really know much.
Getting this late in the round, I don't know who the players are. I know positions that they could use, but I don't know the players. So I don't know which player they should pick.
If the Chargers do
maybe next year I'll do some more research on the college players that are coming in. But
if the Chargers do go for wide receiver, I think they should go with Trey Harris from Ole Miss.
Oh, I get it.
What?
Jim Harbaugh picks one of his former Michigan players to serve as Justin Herbert's new safety value at tight end.
That's why Jim
Harbaugh probably wants to pick one of his old players. That makes sense.
Okay, time for Packers.
Okay, Packers. I got to go backwards for Packers because they traded with the Bucks on this list.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
I have cornerback, edge, D-line, wide receiver.
The Packers have him picking wide receiver.
Of course.
Or the NFL.com, they have him picking Emeka Egbuka.
It's fine. From Ohio State.
From Ohio.
Dude, I feel like every draft, they literally draft a wide receiver.
Oh, they need wide receivers.
They could have just stick with it with Devontae Adams.
Well, it's kind of hard when the player doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. Okay, Minnesota Vikings. I have a safety and a running back.
I have that they traded with the Bills. So where are the Vikings at? Oh, they're way down here. NFL.com projected a lot of trades. They've got them going safety.
Yeah, mine too.
And mower and Emanuri, or however you pronounce that.
Yeah, mine have safety from Georgia. Malaki K-E. Malaki.
Malachi Starks.
Yeah. For the Vikings. Same position, but different players. All right, Houston.
Houston. I got to go backwards again to Houston. Houston Texans.
Okay, on mine it says defensive tackle, wide receiver, defensive line, or linebacker, Chris Paul Jr. Chris Paul Jr.
Well, NFL.com has them taking none of those positions. I got them taking offensive tackle. OT.
I said OT.
Josh Simmons. Oh, I didn't think you said OT.
Josh Simmons. I have Josh Simmons on here too.
Oh, I didn't hear you say offensive tackle. My ears don't work sometimes.
They decide to pick the same ones.
Yeah, they picked Josh Simmons as well.
For OT.
Set this right here.
Which I don't know which one I said he should go to.
I'm going to crack a drink.
I think I said he should go to Arizona. Oh yeah, Arizona.
I can't remember. We should be a little bit more prepared next year and write it down.
Yeah. All right. LA Rams. I have on here I have them go OT.
Rams.
OT.
I've got them
tight end.
I've got them trading with the Eagles.
Oh. OT, tight end, cornerback, or wide receiver. That's where I have them at.
They've got them going wide receiver. And the very last pick of the draft, Luther Burden.
Yeah, the third. He's actually
Luther Burden, the Trace.
On my list of like my rookies thing. He's the top 4 best wide receiver coming out of the draft. The best, the 4th best.
And according to this, they're getting him on the last pick of the first round.
Apparently.
They traded with the Eagles, according to this one.
We're not that propelled. That's why we're just reading what other people say.
We're comparing what we think they need to what the experts, the guys that make millions of dollars, think they need. Mm-hmm. But we're just getting started. We only have 48 subscribers. We can't even do live. We're trying to hit 2 more subscribers. So if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe. Then we can start doing these live, and it'll be a lot better. But
yeah. All right. Baltimore Ravens.
The Ravens.
Okay, I have them going D-line, edge rusher, offensive tackle.
They've got them trading with the Chiefs.
Oh, well.
On here. But they've got them going Malachi Starks.
Oh.
At the safety position.
Okay.
Because I think the Ravens should be okay on pretty much all the offensive players.
Yeah.
They should be pretty good on quarterback, running back, receivers, tight ends. They should be pretty good on those positions.
Yeah, okay. Detroit Lions. Okay, I have them go inside.
Hold on. My thing keeps wigging out on me. Okay.
O-line.
Detroit Lions.
Edge rusher, wide receiver, and D-line.
They've got them O-line first pick. Tyler Booker.
Minus, yeah, the same thing.
Tyler Booker.
Alabama. Dude, apparently people want them to build an Alabama team. Which, they got an Alabama cornerback last year. They got a Alabama running back the following year.
Well, Alabama's always good. They may not be like the best team every single year, but they're always competing for it.
And I think they got Alabama wide receiver, Jameson.
Is Jameson Williams of Alabama?
I think. If he is, let it comment down below. I'm pretty sure he is. I will switch it up.
Well, the Giants like LSU receivers, so there you go. And if and if they just so happen to go with Jackson Dart, then that would mean they like Ole Miss quarterbacks. So there's that. Teams, you notice teams kind of tend to do that a little bit, but sometimes that works great. Sometimes it blows up in your face. All right. We to Washington? Or are we still working on the Lions?
You can go ahead. I'm trying to search it up.
Search up what? The Washington?
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams.
He is from Alabama.
But mine doesn't say anything. Mine
Jameson
just says their projected pick. It doesn't say like the list of who they need.
Jameson Williams is from Alabama, and they have Jahmyr Gibbs. Last year they got an Alabama cornerback, and they're gonna potentially get a Alabama OT. They were literally trying to build like an Eagles team, but of Alabama.
But the Eagles are Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, right now Georgia's better. So right now the Eagles are better. So there you go.
Okay, Washington. I have edge rusher, cornerback, and running back.
They've got them going edge first round. Yeah. Donovan Ezaruku.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
I have James Harris Jr.
From Boston College. Boston College.
Okay, Buffalo now.
We're to the Buffalo. So we're not spending any time on Washington. That's fine.
Or
we don't care about Washington. We're
good. Actually,
I don't care about Washington. They're in my division. I hope I beat them both times. But
but
we're the Giants. We don't beat anybody.
All right, Buffalo Bills.
Okay, Washington. No, or not Minnesota. You mean? Buffalo came back. They traded on this one. I got to go back and find it.
Okay, I have a safety, D-line, inside offensive line, quarterback, or edge rusher for them.
They've got them going edge first. Mike Green.
Mine have safety first. Okay.
Well, they did just get Joey Bosa. They got AJ Epinesa. They got Greg Rousseau. So I mean, they've got. I don't know why they're so thinking they need all these defensive players, but
okay.
Next,
Kansas City.
What's next? The Chiefs.
So for mine, it says D-line from Michigan, offensive tackle from Purdue, running back from Ohio State, edge rusher or cornerback.
They've got them going offensive tackle, first pick, offensive line, first pick. They've got them going with Ariante Ursary. Some of these names, some of the names people name their kids, it's weird, but they just hard to pronounce for me sometimes. I'm not good with names.
This one, he kind of looks like I Show Speed, guys.
Yeah, that guy.
He kind of looks like I Show Speed.
Ariante. I think it's Ariante, but it's Ursary. Ariante Ursary.
Yeah. All right. Philly.
Philadelphia. Is this our last pick?
Yeah. I have defensive line, edge,
Philly.
safety, and wide receiver.
They traded on mine. Okay, let's see. They've got them going defensive tackle.
Oh, mine is D-line.
Why would it have wide receiver on there?
I don't know.
Unless they have some...
From Maryland.
I mean, unless they've got...
Maryland isn't that good.
Unless they do actually have something up their sleeve for A.J. Brown, like you were kind of thinking. Maybe trading up, using A.J. Brown to trade up. They traded back to get him
like if the Giants,
years ago.
Like if the Giants don't get a dual corner, the Eagles will try trading up and give A.J. Brown, which is stupid, to the Patriots. A.J. Brown of all teams. Of all players, I mean.
And to the Patriots of all. I mean, you think about that duo.
Drake May
with Diggs
and A.J. Brown.
Diggs and A.J. Brown. That would be a good duo.
And
I mean, getting older.
Ramondre Stevenson.
They're not that good of a young duo, but that would be a good duo.
Stevenson.
Stevens
and
Stevenson
Hunter Henry.
and Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's not the greatest, but he's good. I've had him on my
But
fantasy
have
team many
those,
a times.
but have those two. That would
be
make Hunter Henry good. That would make
that would be
Ramondre Stevenson good.
that'd be something quite to build on. But and the Eagles,
Or if they even have a Ramondre Stevenson still.
and the Eagles, I think they're kind of in the midst of dismantling.
Like the Chiefs since
they got their ring, and now they're losing some players.
did that exactly the same thing happen in the 2018 Super Bowl against Tom Brady?
Things like that happen.
I feel
you would think, hey, we won a Super Bowl. I'm sticking around. Maybe we can win another. But no, they win a Super Bowl and they all disperse and go their separate ways. It's weird, but it is what it is. But I got my ring. I'm out. But you'd think they would want to be like, let's go for 2. Let's go for a second. But I mean, they've still got their main core, but they got a lot of people leaving, and so I don't know. They could be. Maybe they're because if they trade away AJ Brown, then that doesn't necessarily mean they're in rebuild mode. But he played a pretty good role in that in getting them there.
And Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown actually played with each other, I think. AJ Brown got drafted 2019.
But I mean, they still have
2018.
They still have Devontae Smith. They still got Goddard.
2020, right? Didn't they both got drafted the same year?
No,
AJ Brown,
maybe.
Jalen Hurts.
I don't know when AJ Brown. He could have. He just got drafted to another team.
The Titans.
But then, and that could have been partly why. Maybe they said, "Hey, let's trade up to get Brown," because I've already played with Brown. So maybe. I mean, it's possible. I don't know that. You're the Google guy, not on that, not me. But oh, my doggy. You wake up? Did you have a nightmare?
Okay.
Anyway, so that's first round. What did we think on the first round? It says here they're going defensive tackle Walter Nolan.
Oh.
That's what they say, defensive tackle.
Yeah.
But they could use, like I said, I think their defense is going to struggle. Because it seems like what they're losing mostly is defense. They lost Darius Slay. They lost a couple others.
My Mason Graham retired.
Sorry. You're what?
Mason Graham retired.
Mason Graham retired. And,
Jason Kelce retired recently.
Yeah, but the center they got is not no Jason Kelce, but he's pretty good. He did good, But,
if he just stayed for one more year, he would have got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Another one, actually. Another one. Because he actually won one before against Tom Brady. I'm like,
that's the first round. We're not going into all the other rounds. We're starting to get long, so we're just gonna end it here. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, do the YouTube stuff. We'll put some links below if you want to support the channel. If anything, just subscribe. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
And see you on the next one.
All right.